Well, hi there. This is Ron Rogers with Aviation Adventures with Captain Ron. Now, I take my Cessna 310 and I've got a brand new Insta 350 X5. That's the latest thing. Now, this thing has more controls than the Fermi accelerator. Well, probably not, but okay. You see this? I don't taxi this fast, but I figured, to make the thing go a little quicker here, I could up the speed, which it's kind of cool watching this actually. But no, I don't taxi this fast. But our 790 group is going down to Rochelle to watch the skydivers. Now, actually, I'd filled out their like 27-page release form. Which is amazing. When I had the Iowa parachute team, we had like half a page of indemnity release, and the lawyer said you can't really, write off responsibility anyway. But this thing that they had was huge, but I could all do it on my phone. But anyway, I digress here. Got that done, and we're going to watch skydivers, but the weather turned kind of bad, so we didn't get to do that. Now, one thing I like to do when I go to any group of skydivers is I like to get out my phone, and I like to show them this picture. And I say, do you know what this is? And they look at that and they go, they have no idea. Now, some people go, oh, that's a PC and a paracommander. And one guy even said, man, you were brave to jump that. And I go, well, that was our chute at the time. That was the major high-performance chute. Those square chutes were just coming out. And, they were, terribly dangerous and new and experimental and stuff like that. So we were jumping the paracommander, which had its issues too, but it was a lot safer. They had some, the original squares had some issues with opening shock and things like that. People were losing their boots and stuff. But they got that all, of course, fixed. And some of the chutes, now those square chutes, they're so small, they're so fast, they're amazing. But one thing I'm doing, now I have to work with the camera, I have to work with editing software, and this I have to go through actually 2 editing processes here. But it's kind of cool because I can adjust, it's 360 degrees, and I can have this thing face wherever. So it's really kind of cool. And I want to show you some of these shots. I think you'll enjoy it. I'm especially looking forward to do this with the aerobatics, but I've had some issues getting the camera right and things looking right. And I put out that one psychedelic aerobatics because it was really kind of screwy. You can do some really wild stuff with a video, and I guess for skateboarders on acid it's fine, but for airline people not so much. But the interesting thing is just through the editing software you can change the view. Like here I am essentially looking backwards. I can turn this camera every way. Now, I think this is only going to be like 1080p, but I'm recording it in 8K, and these files are huge. Let me tell you, many multitude gigabytes of files. But it's really kind of interesting because I should be able to upload a 360 file, and by that you can take your phone and you can turn around and you can look all over the place. You can have whatever view you want, which is kind of cool. So, and another thing I did, because the video can be long, this video isn't long because I sped things up. It's only about 19 minutes down to Rochelle in the 310. It's a lot more in the Great Lakes, but I haven't flown the 310 a lot at all because in the summer I fly the Great Lakes. That's the fun thing to fly, and the 310 kind of unfortunately gets put to the side, and that's not good for any airplane. All airplanes should be flown, so that's the deal there. So I'm getting to fly it here, and I've got a few more little trips I'm planning. I just need to get to it, but it's taken an awful lot of time to try to figure out all the editing software and the perspective and things like that, but I think I'm getting it now. Okay, here I really speeded it up because I didn't want to take too long. Now I let one of the guys fly who was not terribly recent on his piloting experience, and we were kind of we weren't the most straight and level, but it wasn't that bad. This made it look a lot worse than it was, okay, because you speed it up, But anyway, we're coming into Rochelle, and I think you'll enjoy the different views here because they're kind of cool. But it was a beautiful day to fly, except it's getting into the fall now, and when you get into fall in Illinois, like a lot of places, you get the weather and it's undependable. And we went down there. We had a nice lunch at the grill place there. It was kind of light. The attendance on our group was a little light. It was me and the 2 guys I brought. Last time we had like a huge table. I think we had 20 people last time, but for some reason this must not have worked out in the schedules. But anyway, coming in here to land at Rochelle, and I always like to come in kind of fast, but you know, you got to slow down for the gear speed. So I had to get the speed brakes out, which is a nice factor, but I slow down below 138 the gear speed, and I can get the gear down and get it configured, and I come in and land. So it's a nice little airport. Of course, you have to be very aware that you don't run over skydivers. They don't like that at all. You need to stay away from them when they're in operation. So you talk on the radio, and I have the radio audio there, but I haven't quite figured out how quite to patch that in. I've got a few ideas. I think it'll come, because when you compress the timeline, I'm not sure what that does to the audio timeline. So I've got a lot to learn about editing, but hopefully you will enjoy this, and as I progress and get better at it. But this is one of the fun things about this channel. Everybody sends me emails and they say, oh, we got a proven technique of, you know, increasing your viewership horrendous amounts and stuff like that. And one of them actually was, I mean, it just bordered on clickbait, and I go, no, that's no good. But anyway, I like what I'm doing, and I like the rate it is that I'm going, so I'm content with that. I'm retired after all, and I'm having fun with this, and I'm having fun relating my stories, and I'm having fun with the flying videos. Of course, the stories tend to get a lot more play than the flying videos, but I enjoy the flying videos too. So you get to see a few of those, and I have a small dedicated group that likes it, so that's fine. But there's the runway coming in now. It's interesting with the camera perspective. It looks like I've got one heck of a crab there, like it's a 400 knot wind out of the north. No, it's not. It's just the angle here, and I actually bring it around just a little bit. See, that's the cool thing about this. I can turn the video around so you can see it there, and yeah, I know I'm not quite on the center line. I get back. I do get back, but anyway, landed at Rochelle and exited the runway there, went into park, and we had some nice food. So anyway, that's playing with the new system. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and as always, I like the comments, and I try to respond to everyone I can. So thanks for watching.